Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Lisa here, and welcome to another edition of The Doctor Is In. And I want to talk tonight, and I apologize that you can't really see me right now in my right now because I'm having issues, technical issues actually, with my webcam. So what I have up here is a screenshot of the PowerPoint slides that we're going to be talking about today. And one of the things we're going to talk about are the 3 daily action steps to success. And these action steps, if you do them every day, are going to increase your chances of becoming highly successful internet marketer, no matter if you're doing affiliate marketing or you're doing network marketing. Now, these 3 steps I learned over the summer from my mentor. And my mentor, I had the opportunity this past fall, and I really never understood what these 3 steps until I worked with her on a launch back at the end of September. She was running, she sent a notice out via her email list and said, hey, I'm involved in 2 major launches in this last week of September. If you want to come be with me and watch how I work a launch, you're more than welcome to. And she set up this Facebook group, super secret Facebook group called The Boiler Room. And so a lot of people signed up for that. I did that as well because I really wanted to see how my mentor really worked a launch. And let me tell you, it was intense what she did there. And she didn't really do a lot of teaching during the launch, but just watching what she did and running with her. And the amazing thing that we noticed was at the end of that week when we did this launch, or worked with this launch, she did a little Google Hangout session with us. And she just was, and she put out how amazed she was that we had so many people in the boiler room, in this boiler room, but yet there was only a handful of people that really took advantage of working the launch and really taking action and doing something. And it just really surprised her, and it was really eye-opening for me. And it kind of let me in on why, when you look at when launches happen, why people, it always seems the leaders are always the ones that are making all the money at the launch. And I think a lot of people have this whole misconception that, you start promoting the launch the day the launch happens. And what really happened is what my mentor told us was, she only did these 3 steps that I'm going to share with you tonight. And the top marketers do these 3 steps on a daily basis. And that's why they wind up, winning those launches and any contests that go on with the launches. In fact, my mentor, one of the launches that we did, and I watched her work, she won a $10,000 prize. She won the top prize. So what I'm going to teach you tonight are the 3 daily action steps she takes, and I've started doing as well. And it makes a difference in the way you operate your business, and it's the way you grow your business. Now, my mentor, she is not very tech savvy. She proudly admits that. She also says, these are so simple to do, and she doesn't have a very big list, but the list that she has is so highly responsive that people buy, and they will take action on whatever she tells them to do. And it's on these really 3 simple steps. So I'm going to stop talking here a little bit right now, and let's get into to the action steps to success. So I'm going to assume from last week that you've got your why figured out and you've done your daily freedom number and you have that all set. You've got your notebook. Now we're going to get into the real big meat and potatoes. Success, folks, in this business is doing the right things long enough consistently. Okay, it's not, you know, like with the magic pill or the shiny object syndrome, where you're just going to upload a website, upload some autoresponder messages, and boom, you're ready to go. This is where you do this groundwork. You're going to get really good at it. Okay, and let me tell you something about how your brain operates. Your brain is a pattern-seeking mechanism. So when you do and perform actions on a consistent basis, you're going to get better at it. And when you get better at it, you're going to be able to do it more efficiently and more quickly. So that's why these 3 simple steps, it might seem a little bit difficult at first, but the more you do them, the better you're going to get at it. So the first step that you're going to do is you're going to create content every day. And it doesn't matter what type of content it is, okay? As long as it's something that provides value. Now, a big thing people get is, well, I just got into this business and I don't know what I'm going to say. Forget about that. You can start sharing things with people. One of the things I always tell people to do is with when you're doing content, you can put out a short video. You have your smartphone. Most smartphones have, or iPads have, video capability. You can record a short video saying, hey, it's Dr. Lisa here. I'm just got involved with this health company, and I'm doing it for because I want to improve my health, and you can put some other things in there. I want to be, I'm doing this for health, but I also know I can make some money on the side. I'm going to be doing this for the next 30 days. I'm in it to win it. If you want to watch how I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe to my channel or subscribe to my list, and I can keep you informed of what I'm doing. It can be something as generic as that. You can do content as well if you're involved in, if your primary company is, again, health and health, and you get physical product like shakes or nutritional supplements. You can have one day where you're opening up, your content can be opening up the box and showing people what the products are. You can have another day where, if you have a health milkshake, you can show them different recipes of how to make something with that milkshake. The possibilities are really endless. You can have, like with my company that I promote, My Lead System Pro, they do all these wonderful webinar trainings, and the leaders put on these trainings. And in fact, the leaders encourage you to take whatever new content they're teaching you to go out and teach it to others. Okay? There's a phrase that says, the best way to learn something is to teach it. So go out there, learn something, and then teach it. So your content can be answering questions, providing expert advice, product reviews. You can expand on benefits, or you can write information articles. So you can do, for content, can be video. Your content can be blogging. Your content can be creating a podcast. It can be many different things. But the key is provide that value, okay? And if you've got that really good why coming out there and people pick up on that vibe, they're going to want to buy from you. They're going to want to be a part of what you're doing. and they're going to be invested in you. Um, there are people who, like I said, with my mentor, she comes out with content and she puts content out on her social media sites, and she's got, she'll maybe get 50 comments on her social media or on her blogs. And she said those 50 comments become like, those are sales. And people hang on every word she says because they can't wait what she's going to tell them next. And that's what having good content is. And it's getting yourself out there. Don't wait and be in, student mode and you have to learn everything before you take action. Just start taking action. If you screw up, you screw up. If it's not perfect, who cares? We're all not perfect. Okay? The way that you're going to get noticed is to be out there and to see the people seeing you make mistakes. Okay? It shows you're real. And they're going to be like, you know what? If you're successful and you're making all these mistakes, you know what? I can do that too. It makes you so real and so authentic. Because if you're not taking action, you're going to be stuck just where you were a year ago, and you're going to sit there and wonder why you're not making any money in the first place. So create content every single day. And I'm going to be teaching you over the next couple of Hangouts how you can do what I call the triple dip, where if you can take one piece of content and repurpose it 3 ways. This was such a fabulous tip my mentor gave me, and I think it's one of the coolest ways you can really be efficient. So let's go on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to meet 10 new people a day. Now, you can meet 10 new people offline, off the grid, wherever you're, at your place of work, or if you're hanging out in different, coffee shops or whatnot, you can do it that way. You can meet them online and meet them through social media. One of the easiest ways is to start connecting with people is I like to go in with, if you're part of a certain Facebook group, usually a lot of times if you're involved in like a course or you're involved with your primary network marketing company, they might have like a closed Facebook group. Start networking with people in there. Meet those new people. And what I like to do when I'm meeting new people is I don't sit and I send a friend request right away. I just send a blanket friend request because what Facebook does right now, there's this dirty little secret that if you click on with doing a Facebook friend request, they'll say if you know this person outside of Facebook, and if they don't know you and it says, and they say no, that counts on you as a spam, or you get flagged, and then that's how you can wind up in Facebook jail. So when I'm meeting 10 new people, what I will tend to do is I go first to my, the Facebook group of any communities I'm involved in, and then I will just send a note to them, and I'll say, hey, I wanted to, hey, it's Dr. Lisa here. I wanted to touch base with you because you and I are both in, this certain program or this certain training together. I can't believe the amazing content we're learning, and I'm learning something new every day. I'm looking forward to working with you over the next, X amount of days. And do you have a Facebook fan page? If so, send me your link so I can like it. All the best, Dr. Lisa. And I send something like that. And what that does is when people see that and I'm sending a message, then they'll be like, oh yeah, we're in that group too, and then they're going to be more than willing to accept you as a friend. Now, if you are someone, and it doesn't have to be like in, like an online marketing, network marketing niche. You can find people like if you're in the health and fitness industry, your primary network marketing company, you can go and find different, like if you offer a weight loss shake, you can find places where people are, in weight loss groups, and you can go in there and say, hey, I noticed we're both in the same, group, and I'm trying to lose weight myself. This has been my struggles. I went to your profile page. I like what I saw. You and I we seem to have a lot in common. I'd like to connect with you and see if we can share some tips on weight loss. And you're not pitching them. You're not doing anything like that. You're just wanting to get to know them better. Okay, so that's kind of a way of how I meet 10 new people. And then what I like to do is I take like a little notepad, with that you have with your computer, or I'll put it in a Word document, and I'll just say the 10 people I met, and then I'll just jot their names down and where I met them at, and I have a running record of that. And see, what happens is you don't know with certain people you're going to network with, are they going to be a future business partner? Or if you wind up developing a good friendship with them, and what happens if there's, a huge launch coming down the road, you can send them an email after you've built up a good rapport with them and say, hey, I don't know if you heard about this, but there's this launch going on in a contest, and I want to win it, and I was wondering if you could help me out by maybe, coming along with me and being a running buddy. That's what my mentor did. She wound up developing all these connections throughout time and throughout the months, and so when a launch would happen, all she would do is just kind of send a message out to her friends saying, hey, I'm doing this. Would you like to come along for the ride? And they'll be like, sure. There was no selling at all. They're all working, you always want to do something if your friend's doing something good, right? You want to be a part of something fun. So that's tip number 2. Meet 10 new people a day. And usually you can meet 10 new people, and it's you can do it in less than 30 minutes. You don't have to sit there and carry on long conversations with people unless you guys hit a good rapport with each other. The third tip is write to your list every single day. Okay, you want to send an email to your list every day. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to pitch them every day. Okay, and we're going to be talking about in future Hangouts too how you want to structure your emails. But right now, just get in the habit of just sending, talking with your list every day. And what I like to do is I try to find things of value to send to my list. And here's some cool places you can get value. One of them is Mashable, Mashable.com. They have some amazing articles. They have some amazing videos that you can send out to your list that pertains to whatever industry or niche you're marketing to. So that's kind of a cool way to send things out. I also like to send anything out that's free, like free trainings. Like with My Lead System Pro, they have free webinar trainings you can send out to your list. And I will throw them out to people. And I love throwing them out to my list. And what I love to do with my list is every Friday I do what's called the Friendly Friday Freebie Day. And so every Friday I send out something, free training, or I have free reports that I have accumulated over, the course of years, that if they are pertinent, I send to my list because there's something value with them. Another thing I like to do is send out infographics, and Mashable also has a lot of infographics. So if you find things that have, infographics or great videos, you share them. And you don't have to put anything in there as far as, again, wanting to pitch them all the time. And I like to do soft pitches, so I might say, I might do like a whole series of emails on a particular topic, and then I might put in there, on my PS, say, oh, by the way, watch for an email from me where, I might be promoting something coming up the line. And so giving them, each day as I'm writing to them something, they're going to want to, you're kind of building up their anticipatory set, having them looking forward to it. Now, the other thing with email is you want to make it conversational. You want to include some personal information in, like I like to put in, hey, I'm going to be, I'm heading off to, so-and-so this weekend, and, or I might, and before I go, I wanted to shoot something off to you about a big aha I had on this training that I came across. Or I might put something out where if I created a blog post, hey, I'm heading out, I created this blog on 3 ways to increase your opt-in, your opt-ins for building your list. And I wanted you to take a read because I felt that this would be of great benefit for you. And if you can, could you do me a huge favor and leave me some feedback on my blog? I greatly appreciate it. Right now, I have to head out. I wish I could say more, but right now I'm heading out the door. My husband's taking me to a movie tonight. So if you keep it conversational and you're not sitting there pitching him all the time, you're going to have people, you're going to be building up your relationship that way. One of my greatest pet peeves, and you can always tell who the shiny object syndrome tracers are, is that they will send out canned email responses and they're pitching you every single day. Okay, this is about cultivating a list. And guys, these 3 action steps, when you do them consistently, what you're doing is like you're planting a garden. And you're just dropping these little seeds, and these seeds are going to eventually grow into something amazing. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's just going to go over time, over time, over time. And you will be amazed that some people, they may not buy from you now, but they're going to hang on to your, they're going to want to hang on and listen to what you're saying. And down the road, they might buy something from you, and they're going to become a customer. Right now, I have about, at the time of this hangout, I have about 200 people on my list. And my dropout rate is about under 5%. And the reason that it's so low is because I keep giving them things that are of value. So be a value-seeking person. The more value you give to people, the more they're going to want to keep coming back. If you have a powerful why and you couple it with great value, you are setting yourself up for having more leads and more sales come into your business. So now it's time for Doc's prescription. So here's what I want you to start doing every single day. Create 1 piece of content. Write 1 email to your list. And meet 10 new people a day. You do those 3 things, your chances of building a healthy, profitable business are going to grow exponentially. Now, if you've loved this feedback if you love this training I gave you tonight, please leave me some comments and feedback. And if you haven't signed up for my list, so you can see how I structure my emails to people, and you want to see how I'm doing content delivery to people, please sign up at www.digitalmarketingdoctor.com. That's www.digitalmarketingdoctor.com, www.digitalmarketingdoctor.com. So that is it for this episode of The Doctor Is In. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.